Wait a minute. Action, and this is of a discrete time process, like you can say, see that n goes 1, 2, 3 like this. And where range of the each random variable xi is like for every time instant n, we have xi as a random variable, and this rx is representing the range of the random variable. So the range of the random variable is this set S, and which is a subset of this set of whole numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. Okay. So if we have this kind of random process, so we say that this process is Markov chain if your at time n plus 1, the system or the your process is at state j. Suppose we say these points, no, this s points, whatever the values are taken by the random variable, we say them states, like state 0, state 1, state 2. So if at a time m the system is in state I and it switches to state j within the next instant of time, like m plus 1, so the probability of switching or transition from state I to state j is actually depend on this probability of the process at state I, and it is not going to depend on the previous states, like this previous to the if like your system is in 0 state or 1 state or 2 state at time 0, time 1, time 2. Now if suppose at time 2 the system is in state 1, so the switching from state 1 to state 2 at time 3 is actually depending on the probability of this the state 2, not on the time, like if it is in time 0 somewhere, like I show you the figure. Suppose this is a Markov chain, and like here this is the state 0, 1, 2. These three are the states. Like this is the values taken by the random variable. S goes to 1, 2, 3, which is a subset of the whole number. So these are the state. And suppose at time t equal to 0, your system is here, and then time t equal to 1, it is here, and time t equal to 2, it is here. Okay, instead of t, I say take n, because here I am denoting the in the definition by time is denoted by the n. So you can say like this. So at time t equal to 0, I suppose the system is in state 1. At time t equal to 1, the system is in state 2. And at time n equal to 2, the system is in the state 3. So time 0 second here, 1 second here, and 2 second here. So the probability of transition of the system from state 2 to the state 3 depend on the this time and this time, not on this time. Whether we don't know where the system is in 0 state, so this probability does not affect. So the transition probability from state 2 to state 3 is not depending on the previous probability, like a system is in 0 state or -1 state, something states, no, that will not be considered in the evaluation of the probability from transferring from the state 2 to state 3. So suppose in the next time t equal n equal to, sorry, suppose n equals to 3 also, it may lead to from now suppose at time n equal to 2, the system is in state 3, and when then time is 3, the system is in 2. So the probability of transition from state 3 to state 2 does not depend on the previous time, whether time where is the system is at uh, time n equal to 1 or time n equal to 0. So this is the, if this is true, then we say that the our process is a Markov chain. So the transition probability from J state to I state does not depend on the like probability of the system at previous times, like m-1, m-2, or m-0. And if this is 0, this is true for all m, j, I naught, I1, and in minus 1. If the number of states is finite, so we call it a finite Markov chain, or if it is infinite, then we call it a infinite Markov. So here, if xn equals to j, we say that the process is in state j. And the number this one. Like previously the system is at I, and now it's going to the, like this, because this is a conditional one, this information we know that at time m the system is in I state, and switching from I to j is the probability is given by this. So this is probability is called the transition probability, and we assume that the transition probability does not depend on the time. So that is, it's depend on the state. Like if we are transferring from I to j, like only that probability we should consider, and whatever, like on previous times where it is going or where it was, we are not going to consider in the evaluation of the transformation from one state to the another. So that's why we are assuming this as a Pij, because there is no time involvement here. So like it is always like this probability that I can say that x, like here m plus 1 and m is written there. If I say like 3 at j, if I assume at time 3 it is j, and at time 2 it was on I, so these probabilities are same. The transition probability is remain the same if we are transferring from ith state to jth state. So whether m is anything. So that's why we have written the transition probability like this: probability of xm plus 1 at j state, given that it was on ith state on previous time, is given by Pij. So in particular, we have the probability of Pij equals to that x1 equals to j. So these are all are same, no? Like m is changing, you can see, no? Like whether m equal to 1, m equal to 0, m equal to 2, so we can see that the probability remain the Pij. So it's only depending on the previous, where it was on previous state, And now it like in the next state it's J, then it's given by Pij, and it is not going to bother like before this M time where it was, we are not going to consider that one. So if this is true for any random process xn for all m j I naught I1 and I n minus 1, then we say that it's a Markov process. हेलो. हाँ सर. हाँ सर. हाँ सर बताइए. उसको सर क्वारंटीन कर दो. हाँ रूम में है, उसे हॉस्टल से क्वारंटीन करना पड़ेगा, उसको हॉस्टल 2 में शिफ्ट करने की कोशिश करें. एक मिनट वेट अ मिनट. State transition matrix. So here P11 is representing a transition probability from state 1 to state 1 itself. Like you can say here, like in if I am in state 1 and in the next time is also in the state 1, but with this probability 1 by 4. And transferring from state 1 to state 2, I am having 1 by 2 probability. And from 1 to 3, this is the probability 1 by 4. So we have constructed the for all states. Suppose we are having the finite states R 1, 2, 3 up to R, and then we can construct this kind of matrix where the Pi1, P2, and P1 are representing the transition from the state R to state 1. This P2R is state R to state 2, and these are the probability. If you write in like that, then we say it's our state transition matrix or transition probability matrix. We denoted this by P. And if we like sum either one of the row, we will get 1. Why? Because we are in state I and the next state must be one of them. So one of them must be true. So if we add all the probability, that means it's a sure one. So we will get 1. That is the row of any state transition matrix must sum to 1. So like how we draw this state transition diagram. If I given you this as a state transition matrix, so from looking at this matrix, how could you draw this state transition diagram? And if this is the given information that there are 3 possible states, so first we write the states in the circle like this, and wait a minute. Hello, hello. Okay. So state 1, so here actually it is P11, the first entry. You can see in the previous slide also, like this first entry is P11, that is transition probability of state 1 to state 1 itself. And P12 is the transition probability from state 2 to state 1. And P22 is the transition probability from state 2 to 2 itself. And PR2 is the transition probability from state 2 to state R. So like this, so this is P11, that is transition probability from state 1 to 1, that is 1 by 4. Then P12, that is the transition probability from state 2 to state 1, that is again 1 by 2. P12, like this. Okay, actually it's like a reverse order thing. Again, listen it clearly. here, like in transition probability, we are having Pij. So Pij means we are transferring from state I to state J. So here J is on the second state, which means we are, our updated state is J and our current state is I. So it's like this notation is like a P, you can see it's a Pij. So it means we are going to the state J with state from state I with probability Pi. So it means we read this table like this. P11 means transition probability from state 1 to state 1. But P12 is the transition probability from state 1 to state 2. Because in Pij we are transferring from or transition from state I to state J. So this is P12 means the probability of transition from state 1 to state 2. Similarly, P2R is the probability from state 2 to state R, and PR2 is the transition probability from state R to state 2. So if this is our transition probability matrix, and we are know that this is our Pij, and here I moves from 1 to 3, J also moves from 1 to 3. So the first entry is P11, that is from state 1 to state 1. So that is given by 1 by 4. So we have written like this in this state transition diagram. Then this is actually, we know that this entry is P 1, 2. So that means we are transferring from state 1 to state 2 with this probability 1 by 2. So that is we are having, that's why we are having this curve. And then this 1 by 4 stands for P13. That is we are transferring from state 1 to state 3 with the probability 1 by 4. So that is given by this. Then this is P21, that is from state 2 to state 1 we are going. So to state 2 to state 1 we are going, then this is the probability 1 by 3. Then state this 2 by 3 is state 2 to state 3. So state 2 to state 3 is this one. So like this you can draw all the curves, and the arrow is representing the that we are going to the this head of the arrow is representing that we are going from state and the tail is the representing from switching to this state. So from tail to head we are transition with the probability 1 by 2 here in this particular one. So this is the way you draw your state transition diagram. Then we have some problem. Consider the Markov chain, this one as shown in the figure. So sometimes if transition probability is not given to you and only state transition diagram is with you, so what you do, you can construct easily for your state transition table or matrix from this state transition diagram, because you know that if in this curve if it is 1 by 2 is written, it means that we are the probability 1 2 is 1 by 2. And if in this curve 1 by 3 is written, it means the probability 2 1 is 1 by 3. Similarly, like probability 3 1 is 1 by 2. So like this, we can construct transition table also from the state transition diagram. So first problem is this one, that we have to find the probability that the system is in state system is in state 2 and in future it is in the state 3. So we know that as this is given that it's a Markov chain, so the probability of transforming state 2 to state 3 is actually 2 3, because here states matter, time doesn't matter. So state 2 3, so P2 3, and from figure we can see that P2 3 is 2 by 3. Similarly, the another one is 3 1 x in the B case. You can see, but here we have state 1 and this is also 1. So P11 and P11 is 1 by 4. Now in the third part, if it is given that the probability of the let initial state of the system is in 1, and the probability, because x naught means the time t equals to 0, and at time t equal to 0 it is given that the system is in state 1 and with the probability 1 by 3. If this is provided to you, then you have to obtain the probability of x naught equals to 1 comma x1 equals to 2. So the system is in state 1 in the initial time, and the next time the system is in 2, so we have to find this intersection probability. And this intersection probability we can calculate with the help of the definition of conditional probability. So like we know that if I write the conditional probability of this, x1 at 2 given x naught at 1, so this probability is given by this intersection this divided by this p x naught equal to 1. And then we this part p naught equals to 1 we multiply here, and this is we can write from the definition of conditional probability. Because we cannot calculate this directly, so we have to use the definition of conditional probability, like p a intersection b is equal to probability of a, probability of b given a. So probability of x naught equal to 1, which is already provided here as 1 by 3. And this is a Markov chain, and like system is in state transition. This is the transition probability from state 1 to state 2 we are transitioning. So the probability is P1, 2, because this is I and this is J. And P12 from the graph P12 is 1 by 2, so this is 1 by 6. Again, in the C part, we repeatedly use the definition of this conditional probability that PA intersection B is equals to probability of A into probability of B given A. And this is, I think we have already. Okay, this C part is already discussed. We have to discuss this fourth D part. We have to obtain this Px not equal to 1, Px1 equal to 2, and x2 equal to 3. That is PA intersection B intersection C. Provided that this probability of x naught at 1 is 1 by 3, and we have to calculate this probability. X naught at 1 rahega, second x1 is 2, and x3 is 3. So probability of A intersection B intersection C we have to calculate with this is given information. So we'll use the conditional probability definition, and from there we can write like this. So this can be written equal to this one by using our conditional probability definition. So if we use that definition, we will get this one like this. X naught equal to 1 given x1 equal to 2 given x naught equal to 1, and then x2 equal to 3 given x1 equal to 2 comma or intersection x1 equal to 2 intersection x naught equal to 1. And this line we can write with the help of the repeated use of the conditional probability definition. And in the next line, we know that the system, if at a time like m is in 2 state, and the next time like 2 at is 3 state, so this probability will not depend on this x naught equal to 1 as per the definition of Markov chain. So this probability that x2 equal to 3 given x1 equal to 2 does not depend on the previous time this x not equal to 1. So this by using the property of Markov chain can be rewritten as this one. Then this is like this one earlier, and probability of x not equal to 1, it is given, it is 1 by 3. And now this is like a previous time and the next time, so it is at state 1, now it is at state 2, so it is probability 1, 2, transition probability 1, 2, and similarly this is transition probability 2, 3. And P12 is this one, and P23 is this one, so we write, and this is the final answer. So this is the way we solve the problem related to state transition diagram. Now we have probability distributions also. So like you can already seen in the previous example, that if we know, if you see the C or D part, it is given that the probability that the system at initial state, if it is on state 1 with this probability. So what is the probability that the system at time equal to 0 is in on one state is given, what about 2 it is not provided, for 3 it is not provided here. So if somehow we know the probability at time n equal to 0 for all the states. Here in C part you can see that it is given only for state 1. But what is the probability at time t n equal to 0? That means x0 equal to 2. So that if somehow I know all the probability of the initial time x naught at state 1, at state 2 and state 3. And here you can see that there are 3 states only. That is the random variable x naught take either 1 or 2 or 3 value. And if somehow I know the probability on these all 3 states, then it becomes the probability mass function of the x naught. Or we say that that's the probability distribution we know. So like this we are having, consider a Markov chain. We have considered this xn and goes to 0, 1, 2, dot, dot, dot. Where xn is s and s is a subset of this. So here we have assumed that there are finitely many states and they are only r. So r finite states we are having. And suppose that we know that probability distribution of x naught. So the probability distribution of x naught, what we mean by the probability mass function we know. And the probability mass function for x naught, that probability at x naught equal to 1, that is at state 1, state 2 and state 3 for initial time n equal to 0. So if I have all the probability at initial time 0 of the system for all different states, then this is giving actually probability mass function, or otherwise we can say probability distribution of x naught. So, and this we denoted by the pi naught, pi superscript bracket naught as like this. So how we can obtain the probability of the distribution x1, x2? So x naught is a random variable for time t n equal to 0. And now we want to know the probability of the system for all the states at time equal to 1. That is we are seeking the what is the distribution function or probability mass function of x1. Similarly for x2 for time n equal to 2. So we can use the law of total probability and we can rewrite like this. So the x1 is in state j is given by this. So this is actually total probability law because they are r states only. So we are reaching j from any one of the r states. So like from initial time, from maybe from one state so we can go to j, or 2 states to we transition into j. So maybe for some it is a positive number, or for some it is 0, but we have to consider all r. And then probability that x not equal to 4. So this we can write with the help of our law of total probability. And we know that x1j, x0 k is actually p kj, transition from the state k to j, and probability of x0 at k. And this k runs over all the states. So for some state it is 0, for some state it is non-zero positive. So, and now we run this J. This J is because in particular we are calculating like for if I put J equal to 1, I get for 1. If I put J equal to 2, I will get for 2, and like this I will do. So I can have all the probabilities of for x1 also. Okay. So similarly, I can write for in general. This is the notation to represent the distribution of the random variable xn. That is the state at time n. At time n, the probability is the system is in state 1, system is in state 2, or system is in state r. These are the probability, and we denote this by pi n. Pi naught for initial time and pi n for nth time. Now you see that there is a relation between the distribution function or probability mass function of the random variable x1, because 1 means it is for x1 and naught means it is for x naught, and where this is the relation and where this p is the transition probability. So how this is coming? Because in the previous slide we have seen that for each j we are getting this kind of thing. So it means if I multiply the row 1 of the state transition matrix to the this column, so I will get the some this kind of summation, and we can write like this. So if I multiply this row to the first column of the state transition matrix, because we have in other ways defined, if p no pi naught, then rows we say, if pi naught p, then we say column. So if we multiply this row to the first column of the p, then we will get this entry for all j. So like this we can do. So if we can get pi 1 from pi naught like this, so similarly we can get pi 2 like this, and in general this is the formula. So I can obtain directly the probability mass function of the random variable xn if I know the probability mass function of the random variable x naught with these two information I am having, then I can calculate. Now we consider one example on this, consider a system that can be one of the two states, like only two states we are considering, 0 state and 1 state. And this is the, like you can say, transition probability matrix or table. This is 0 state and this is 1, this is 0 and this is 1. And it is also given that suppose the system is in state 0 at time n equal to 0 is 0. Suppose the system is in state 0 at n equal to 0. So what is the probability of this one? If anyone can guess, what is this probability? Probability that system with initial time is at 0 state. What is the value of this probability? If I am saying that, suppose the system is in state 0 at time n equal to 0, what is the value of this one? So if it is given that, it means a certain event. Huh? This is probability 1. Suppose that the system is in state 0 at time n equal to 0. So x naught at 0, it is given that the system is there only. So this is the probability. So what is the probability of for other one? Like x naught on the other state is 1. So because we know that system is in a 0 state, so for the other state its probability is 0. So here first question is that draw the state transition diagram. So this is the state transition diagram. We can draw with the help of this state transition probability. Like from 0 to 0, it is 1 by 2. You can see that there is a curve on 0 to itself, like a self loop. And from 0 to 1, there is an arrow in the above, like 1 by 2, because probability of this 0, 1 is 1 by 2. And then 1 to 2, which is like 1 by 3 from the table, and 2 by 3, like there is again self loop on the state 1. So like this, we can draw the state transition diagram from this state transition table or matrix. Now the B part is find the probability that the system is in state 1 at time n equal to 3. So for this you have to wait to like 2-3 seconds. Right now. Okay, now it's working. Okay. So in third part, find the probability that the system is in state 1 at time n equal to 3. This we have to calculate. So this is the state transition diagram we have already drawn for this problem. Now, and this pi naught is the probability mass function for the random variable x naught. Since there are only two values taken by the random variable, one is 0, another one is 1, because there are only two states, one is 0 state, another one is 1 state. And it is given that the system is at a 0 state at initial time, so this is 1, and it is not in that state, so it is 0. So this is the initial condition, it is given in the question. Now you have to calculate this pi 3 because you require this distribution function, or you can say probability mass function of the random variable x3. So to calculate the probability mass function of x3, you have to use this formula, pi naught into p cube. P is the transition matrix or table. You can write like this, and then you take its whole cube, and after simplification, you are getting this one. So from here you can see that this is the probability at the state 0, and this is the probability at the state 1 at the time 3. Instead of 0, we are having 3. So the system is in state 1 at time 3 is given by this one. This one. 43 by 70. So this is the way you can calculate the probability that in future time where your system will be. And with what probability? And I think it is slide is also over, and I have also a meeting from 2, so I'm stopping right now. And now I think this attendance.